Welcome to NewsBreak, the show covering everything happening around Charles County Public Schools. I'm Terrell McSears. We will see how Superintendent of Schools Dr. Maria Navarro has introduced herself to the community, plus reintroduce you to a school that you may not recognize anymore. But first, time to mask up. Charles County Public Schools updated its mask requirements on July 30. Anyone who enters a CCPS building is required to wear a mask, regardless of vaccine status. This also includes anyone who is on a CCPS bus. There is also a new rule for high school student athletes. In order to participate in any sport, students must provide proof of having been fully vaccinated for COVID-19 or must participate in the free CCPS COVID-19 screening program. Students cannot play or practice if they don't do either. The link to register for the program can be found on your screen. Call the 800 number if you need help registering. Charles County Public Schools is the only school system in Maryland screening student athletes for COVID-19. COVID-19 isn't the only virus Charles County Public Schools want to ward off. CCPS, along with the Charles County Department of Health, is holding vaccination clinics for students who need the MCV and Tdap vaccines. All students must have gotten the vaccine by the 7th grade. The clinics are being held at the dates, times, and schools listed on your screen. But you must schedule an appointment and fill out consent forms beforehand. Links for each site can be found at ccboe.com/PR. Look for the press release entitled Clinics Set for Students in Need of Required Immunizations. Masks, vaccines, and the opening of schools are a few of the many issues Dr. Maria Navarro is juggling. Another priority for the new Charles County Public Schools superintendent is getting to know the school system while having people learn about her. Dr. Navarro held 2 meet and greets in early August. The first was virtual, followed the next day by an in-person event at Thomas Stone High School. Dr. Navarro began each session with a little bit about herself, then let attendees ask questions. You might assume many people asked about COVID-19 related matters, but there was also a wide range of questions from hiring practices to teaching practices. Regardless of what comes her way, Dr. Navarro will always ask one thing when a decision needs to be made.
So decisions always have to be tied to improving the conditions that ensure that every kid is learning and thriving and achieving. And I think we always need to think about that. And we need to think about the fact that that doesn't happen the same way for every single student. So equitable learning opportunities, I define that by thinking about the best ways to meet the unique needs of every single student.
Dr. Navarro plans to hold more events to meet the Charles County school community in the fall. Home improvement shows should start taking their cue from Charles County Public Schools. The system has a knack for making its older buildings look brand new. Need proof? Head over to 1000 Bannister Circle in Waldorf. What once was a square brick building with no interior walls is now a terrific new lair for the Eva Turner Tigers. The school underwent a comprehensive renovation over the past 2 years, while students and staff were relocated to the transition school. Among the school's newly added features are walls, bigger hallways, walls, an enclosed media center, walls, a courtyard with an outdoor classroom, and sundial, and you guessed it, walls. Principal Gary Lesko was a student at Eva Turner and can't wait for August 30th to have students run into their newly renovated school.
You want them to be excited about coming into this building. You want them to be excited about learning, and I think those go hand in hand. What really makes our school is our staff, and they're super excited about the metamorphosis as well. So I think we have a lot going for us. I'm really, really excited about day one, about August 30th, about bringing students in, about welcoming them back.
Mr. Lesko was a busy man, getting everything ready for the first day, but was nice enough to take CCPS-TV on a tour of Turner. You can watch the video on CCPS YouTube or Vimeo channels. You can also watch Dr. Navarro's virtual meet and greet, first board meeting as a superintendent, and meet 4 new principals. Check it out today. It's time for News to Know, a segment that gives you the dates, times, places, and events that you need to know. That is why we call it News to Know. The start of the new school year is almost here. The first day for students K through 12 is August 30th. The first day for pre-kindergarten students is September 7th. All students can get a free breakfast and lunch when they head to school this year. The U.S. Department of Agriculture extended a waiver to provide free meals for all students until June of 2022. Look for the Back to School section on the front of CCBOE so you can know about COVID-19 protocols, bus routes, and other information. That will do it for this edition of NewsBreak. I'm Terrell McSears. Thanks for watching, and we will see you back at school. Bye!